Hello, Serge here from the back porch. We have an email from Fred, and I don't want to make a bad statement on his last name, so I'll just spell it. Pisciotta. And Fred asks, ball position in the hands, Don. I'm having a conceptual problem. In Greg McDonald's video on ball position, and for all you that don't know, Greg McDonald is my head instructor. He's been with me as a certified instructor since about 1987. And so I'm having a conceptual problem. In Greg McDonald's video on ball position in the hands, he states that on setup, the hands should be below your mouth and the butt end of the club on the toe line. Yet, when you explain the swing, the visual is a rock on a string. That would lead me to believe that at setup, the hands and arms should be fully extended so as to replicate the centrifugal motion that will occur during the actual swing. What am I missing, Fred? Okay, trying to read through that, Fred. I think where you're getting mixed up is you're probably looking at the setup when Greg is talking from this face on when he talks about the hands over the butt of the club over the toe line and the hands underneath the mouth. So the club is over, the head of the club's over the aiming line, and as you can see here in a proper setup, if I draw a line straight up from the knuckle, it's somewhere about my mouth. That's what I use as one of the things. Now the knuckle I'm talking about is the top hand. From straight up should be somewhere between your nose and your mouth for proper arms hanging relatively straight down and extended, which is, you brought that word up asking that question. And at that point, if I'm in that posture, the butt of this club, which would be right there, is pretty close to dead over my toe line, or just a fraction in front of it, or just, but it's pretty darn close enough for government work, I guess we could say. So I think that's what he's relating to. And again, as you see from this position, my arms are hanging straight down and they are extended. The only thing they're not is quite as extended as they will be when the weight of the club, with the club head symbolizing the rock on the end of a string, and that club exploding into impact where I'm releasing, my arms will be stretched out a little bit more in a dynamic motion than they are here, with the muscle stretching, which gets them to their maximum natural extension. As compared to here, they're not in dynamic motion yet, but they are extended naturally. But they will have that little bit more stretch in them, with the muscle stretching out as the arms releasing of the golf club snaps the arms of the club into impact and stretches them out all the way. So I think that will probably answer your question. You got to look at it from two views, face on, but more importantly, the measuring apparatus is that you can see from this view is the thumb up, and the hands, basically the back of the butt of the club, the back of the hand will be just about over the toe line. And that's how I think he was doing it, and that's what Greg was relating to, and that's the best way to understand it. So I think that's where you're getting at. I hope I answered your question, and if I didn't, come on back to us and write it again with some any other thoughts you could put it into, so that I could get exactly what you're looking for. But I think that'll do it, from the position of the arms extended at address, to check it that you're not overreaching or standing in with your hands in too close, but just right to have a great release position into impact, so you get the ball more solid and straight and naturally longer. Well, that's it from the Search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.